Hello and welcome to this secret spoiler video.
Why is it secret?
It's not really secret. It's a spoiler video. Yay!
Yay!
Yay! We have spoilers. Oh, and it's me, by the way, Rebecca Gillard. Joined as always by Richard Walker.
G'day.
Should probably say that bit. And it's us playing. So you've got me on the left playing Night's Watch Crossing and Richard on the right playing Greyjoy Winter. So, yeah, got some fun new spoilers for you guys.
Where did you get your deck from?
Oh, yes! So, we have some lovely patrons. So we decided that we were going to use our patrons' deck lists to show off the new cards. Obviously, we had to be slightly picky in the deck lists that we could actually choose because, you know, we are spoiling cards, specific cards. So the decks were altered ever so slightly. But we do need to say thank you to Whammer, James, for providing the deck list, the Greyjoy Winter deck list.
Honestly, this is just a no econ for you list with some newer characters in it. So, yeah, he didn't know much about it, but I stole it from Throne DB.
Yeah, I don't think you actually even asked him, did you?
Hell no.
Didn't you just like tell him like the next day?
He'll know when he sees the video.
And then also a big thank you to our other patron, Jason Burns, who has provided us with the Night's Watch Crossing list.
He did.
So, yeah.
I told you, he was an acceptable human being.
You did say he's an acceptable human being. So thank you both for, although you may not have willingly given us a list, but thank you for providing lists. It's always appreciated. So just having a look at setups at the moment then. I've set up with, which one is that? Pip or Gren, Richard?
Gren. Who
Gren.
won Pip?
I think I've got Pip in this deck.
You do. 3 of.
Oh, flip a deck.
Because of the Haunted Forest Scouts.
So, yeah, which one have I got? Gren with Arranging Party, and I've just marshalled Corn Half Hand by sacrificing my King's Road. I've also got a Gates of the Moon as well down there as one of my locations. So that's the newer location that costs 1, gives you a +2 gold boost, but it does also give your opponent +1 gold too. So Richard there, starting off with Wraiths, you mean man.
Well, just to point out, you're also playing Night's Watch Lord of the Crossing.
Yeah, which I kind of forgot. Hence the lack of intrigue icon.
Oh, I thought maybe you just didn't have any.
I may have had one, but I also had Corin duped in hand, and I was very excited to put Corin on the board and destroy your board.
Especially with all those chuds out, right?
Yeah, lots of things I can kill. And Richard there, setting up with Sirio. I think you had a Chud and a Ironfleet Scout. Plus, did you have the Wildling Scout out as well?
No.
I think you did. Didn't you have 3 characters and a boat?
What?
Didn't you have 3 characters and a boat?
When?
On the setup?
Yeah, those front 3 characters there.
Yeah.
Iron Island Fishmonger, Wildling Bandit.
Ah, that's what it's called.
And Sirio.
Sorry.
Oh, I thought you meant I had another one. The Scout.
No, I just
okay.
Forget names.
So yeah, I've opened Wraiths.
You have?
I'm playing Winter in the face of all these summer plots.
Does seem a time for summer, doesn't it really? I opened with Heads on Spikes, but I failed and hit a King's Road, which was really lame.
Well, you can't say you failed. It is a random luck element.
That's true. And sometimes it's just nice
clearly
to give
I had
less
loads
options.
I had loads of characters in hand because I just played 3 out.
Yeah. Maybe it was just bad luck. So you're saving a gold there. I think I've also saved a gold, possibly 2.
1.
Is it 1? Thank you. And then, yeah, I'm going to... Basically, because I know I'm going to have, like, no cards in hand anyway, I figure I might as well use them rather than lose them. So I Nightmares Sirio, I believe. And this should theoretically let me get through a military challenge.
So mean.
Relatively easily with Corin.
Bit of pointing there. I like it. Nice.
This is me trying to do math. We all know that math is not my strong point.
We all know this.
Yeah, if you're a regular watcher of the videos, then you know that math is not my strong point. Okay. Oh, I think it's at this point that I remembered that I'm crossing. And you were like, yeah, but you didn't have any intrigue icons anyway, right? And I'm sitting there with Aemon in hand like,
Oh, Mr. Aemon, huh? Mr. Aemon.
Mr. Aemon, yeah. I need him to save all my unduped characters, right? So, yeah. So this is me recalculating because now I have to take into account that my characters are less strength. But I think I figured out that you only have 4 military, and you can't use your boat on them because neither of your military icons are Greyjoy.
It's true.
So I can just do my military with Corin, and unless he got a really weird trick, I'm going to win this. So you let it go unopposed. So I use Corin's reaction to kill the wildling bandit, not scout, get the name right. I also collect my unopposed and renown, and you claimed a Iron Island Fishmonger as claim.
That was very efficient.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's right, get 2 off the board. Although if you win Dom now, you're just going to get one back again, which is annoying.
Well, no, because neither of those are Ironborn.
Ah, yeah. That'd be why I chose the bandit and not the fishmonger. Not the fishmonger, the shipwright.
Yeah, see, this is why, when you commentate the day after you play and you forget everything you did.
To be fair, we also played 3 games of this and tried to decide on which one was the best one to show.
We did play 3 games of this. I wonder which one this is. I cannot remember.
Ooh, can you not?
Not really. I can't remember who won.
Be exciting for you too.
Well, I won 2 of them, didn't I?
No.
And you won 1 of them?
No, I won 2 of them.
And
I conceded 1 of them.
I won 2 of them.
We can debate this later, honey. So you're doing a military with Sirio there. I decided to let go through unopposed, and you're using that to blow up my Gates of the Moon.
Bye-bye, Gates of the Moon. I don't like you.
I decided not to defend because I figured if I defend the military, then you can get the power through. And I think I prefer to stop you winning power. So, yeah, that's why.
Cool.
Cool story, bro. Oh, look, there's that intrigue icon that I had.
I'm delighted to see that go.
I was planning on here to serving next turn, and then I could go and get Aemon and then just dupe him, have it all for free and be happy. But yeah, so you're trying the power, and I'm like, screw you, man. Ranging party so strong. And win on defense. And then I win Dom because I still have Gren standing.
And then you lose card.
Yeah.
One
But
card.
luckily only 1 card because I'd used my nightmares. You'd taken card for intrigue claim. So yeah. Just saving what I feel are the best ones. And just struggling to decide on the last 2.
So you might think, why has Richard played Greyjoy Winter? What spoilers could we possibly have? Well, spoiler, here's one coming.
Are we having one come now?
Yeah, it's a plot.
It's a plot?
Dun, plot.
Dun, dun.
You're too excitable.
Wow, spoilers. We all have to be excited by spoilers,
We've
right?
had so many spoilers lately in the Facebook group, I'm kind of underwhelmed.
Yeah, but they're all in French, right?
That is true. I mean, who can read French?
I definitely can't read French.
Mind you, you can't read our spoiler plots either because they're too far away on the screen.
That's alright, we're going to put the pictures up.
We are.
Yeah. Eventually.
No one cares for your laughter.
Oh, I enjoyed myself.
Alright, so you've gone to here to serve, and I played False Spring.
False Spring. Would you like to read the stats and what it does?
Sure. It's False Spring, Winter Plot. 5 gold, 3 initiative, 1 claim. When revealed, each opponent chooses and reveals 3 cards from his or her hand if able. You may choose and discard 1 revealed card from any number of those hands. Plot limit 1, reserve 5.
So, what do we think about this, Richard?
Yeah, nice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How would we use it? What decks will it work well in?
Winter decks.
Richard, come on.
Decks that want to strip the hand. Decks that want to choke your hand resources. Big Cersei likes it.
Mm-hmm. So she'll trigger off the card discarding as well, so she'll be able to gain power.
Yeah, it gives you hand knowledge, and it just fuels a strategy where you can just keep chipping away at your opponent's hand and know what they've got.
I really, really like wraiths into this plot. Because if you're playing Wraiths, your opponent is probably going to have like 3 or 4 cards in hand anyway at the start of the next turn. And that means you can pretty much see all the cards they've saved that they think is the best and then just get rid of their best ones. Ones that decks that it might not be so good against is if you come up against a flea bottom deck. If they reveal their hands and that they've got all low cost chuds, it's not quite as good. You don't want to be fueling the discard pile.
They probably would have discarded them to race, to be fair.
Yeah, that's very true. But on the plus side, it says you may choose and discard one of those reveal cards. So you don't actually have to do it.
I mean, you probably would for the most part. Get rid of something.
It limits their options, but yeah, if they've got all 3 costers in hand, you're probably not wanting to fuel the discard pile for flea bottom decks. Yeah,
it's also winter traded, which in King of Winter, it's going to leave you in this particular instance with 2 gold.
I really like the gold on this one. So generally, your winter plots, you struggle to get the decent gold winter plots. I mean, what you got for Winter Festival is 5 gold.
Winter Festival, Snowed Under, The Withering Cold.
So
more now.
Yeah, 5 gold and winter plot is nice.
Barring the gates.
Oh yeah, I always forget about that one. I think the 5 reserve is something that you'd expect in a winter plot. Generally, it is going to be.
Yeah, I mean, you do have some impactful winter plots which are 4 reserve, like Famine and the Long Winter. But 5 reserve, you'd expect that.
What do you think about this being a plot deck limit 1? What's the reason behind that? Do you think this is too strong to be multipled of?
Well, can you imagine if someone played Race and then 2 of this afterwards? Unless you play something like Cat and Coppers or you have a draw engine going, it can be quite oppressive because they just get rid of your best options in hand.
Could you not argue that a winter deck is supposed to be quite oppressive?
Yeah, sure.
That you feel maybe that in playtesting they thought that this was too strong to be multipled of?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I mean, I wouldn't even begin to question the decisions of playtesters and people like that. Like, sometimes it's questionable at best. Like. So, yeah, I don't know. Plot deck limit 1. I mean, let's face it, you wouldn't want it played twice in a row against you in a winter deck and with decent gold like that.
Yeah.
And especially with winter plots like Early Frost, which don't see play really, but are there.
No, that's a fair enough point. So we obviously have this Greyjoy Winter deck, which we're running the plot in. What other decks would you say would work well with this? I mean, you mentioned earlier about Cersei triggering off of this, so
yep.
Possibly you could do something like Wardens of the West, isn't it? Where you the landing plot where you pay 2 gold and your opponent has to discard 2 cards from hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could play in Reigns, I guess. Like, you play something, then you play the plot 2, and if you can Reigns into the Spider's Web or Wardens of the West, you can really do some damage to the hand.
Yeah, I do quite like the idea of playing Wardens of the West, getting rid of their cards that they choose to get rid of, and then next turn they'll have a smaller hand, again saving their favourite cards, which you can then look at and be like, actually no, you're not allowed that one. So I think I think Wardens of the West in a Lanny deck can work very, very similarly to how Wraiths has worked in this deck.
Do you remember the whole Wraith into Heads on Spikes combo, which began ages ago?
Oh yeah, I guess it's similar to that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that did die out.
Yeah.
Maybe it needs a comeback.
Winter decks are shit at the moment.
There's a lot of summer, isn't there?
Trade routes really destroyed it. Although I'm doing my best to get rid of your econ here.
Yeah, you really are.
No econs for you.
God damn it, Whammer. Okay, so you went in with the military there, stealthing, well, my military icons pretty much, using Asher and Sirio and the Shipwright, who has a military icon, of course.
Yeah, because the Haunted Forest Scout cannot be declared as a defender.
Oh, I've got one of those dudes at the bottom. So they, as you say, can't be declared as a defender, but if there are 3 or more rangers, then they can attack without kneeling. So that's what I'm doing. An intrigue challenge for 1 strength, because it's crossing. Let's try and remember that. Unopposed, claim of newly made lord, because I have so many locations for you to blow up.
Yeah, I'm not bothered about that.
You're really not, are you? Yeah, I feel like I can probably get all my challenges off here, right?
Right. Non-kneeling scout for 2 challenges, plus whatever you want to throw in. And of course, Corin's going to win a power challenge or a military challenge. Anything he wants to win.
I think probably the military. Might as well get your board down a bit.
Indeed. I mean, who would you kill? Chud?
Yeah, I guess the fishmonger.
Either way, a shipwright and the fishmonger's going to die. And if I can win Dom, the shipwright's coming back.
I'm doing the military there with Gren, Corin, and the Haunted Forest Scout. Non-kneeling still. So, yeah, you can't win this one, right?
Nope.
So, using Corin's ability there to kill off the fishmonger. Doesn't really matter because I'm assuming the shipwright will be the actual claim. Yep. Using Gren's ability to steal a power from you.
2
now,
power.
you can use it for 2 power if there's a character standing. So I was kind of debating whether or not to take 1 power and put it on Corin, who would be a little bit safer, or whether to take the 2 power and put it on the standing character, which is a scout, which isn't as safe, but it's getting rid of 2 power from you.
And I said, put it on the scout. I'm not running Valar first nose. I'm Greyjoy. Why would I run those?
And
then you follow my advice and put it on the scout.
You were like, it takes it off the faction card. That's better, isn't it? I was like,
oh yeah, I mean, if you're taking 2 power off my faction card, that is good, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Then just, a 1 power swing as opposed to a 4 power swing. A 2 power swing, sorry, as opposed to 4 power swing.
So I totally forgot that I was crossing again. So I did a power challenge and forgot to take my crossing power. So apologies for that silly play mistake. But I did get power claim and unopposed. Richard there winning Dom and using Aaron's ability to bring back the shipwright as expected. But yeah, so I'm feeling quite happy here. I feel like I've got a pretty strong board. I've got a non-kneeler, which is always nice. I'm on 9 to Richard's 4. So I'm quite happy how this is going. I imagine at this point you're feeling a bit less happy?
Yeah, I mean, you're rushing it. My characters are shit. Actually good, but the rest of them, it's just not as impactful as yours.
What were you hoping to find? I'm assuming you got like Euron or Balon or something like that.
Sure. Victorian.
Okay, just didn't find him. Oh, what's that? Is it another spoiler? We both get the spoiler cards in this game, honey. Isn't it exciting?
Yeah, it sure beats having to jam 2 different types of cards from one faction into one deck.
Yeah, that was not as fun. So, new plot then. It's called Grand Melee. It's a summer plot. 4 gold, 5 initiative and 1 claim. Each character that is attacking or defending alone does not contribute its strength to the challenge. There's no plot deck limit on this one, but it does have a reserve of 5. So, let's discuss the new plot.
Yeah, what you got for me? You played it? Why have you played it?
Okay, so I played it because I was like, ooh, I've got non-kneeling shit and I've got loads of characters and this is going to be great. I can, have my wide board and go in with 2 people at a time and destroy you. And you first knowed me.
Yep,
and went first. So it did mean that you had to attack with both of them. So Asher and Siri are going as stealthing both of my characters, but Asher is standing and Reed are not stowing my underground vault.
Yeah, so I had to go in with both.
You did. And it does mean now that you can't do a power challenge with Asher because
it'd be pointless.
She doesn't contribute her strength. So
it really slows down the number of challenges on small boards. And it's really good for wide boards to take advantage of it. Yeah,
I was a bit sad actually that you first snowed on this turn. I was excited to show off the plot's abilities with having multiple characters, but it was quite good in that, like we say, you couldn't do the power challenge with Asher because you had to go on with 2. So it kind of showed off in that respect.
Yeah.
let's just go through some of the ways that we can use this plot, though. So we chose this Night's Watch deck because it does have core Jon Snow, who doesn't kneel to attack and is participating with everyone, so he can just stand there and be part of all the challenges.
Yeah, so you'd kneel, say, an Old Forest Hunter or a Lost Ranger, and Jon Snow would automatically participate. You'd have 8 strength in that challenge, which is 2 characters, and it would work, for grand melee.
Yeah.
And either it's unopposed from my side, or I have to defend with at least 2 people to count strength.
Yeah. So I unfortunately didn't find Jon Snow in this game, so I couldn't put him out. But I was thinking that the other thing this deck has is the Haunted Forest Scouts, which are non-kneeling. So the plot works really well with non-kneeling stuff. So theoretically speaking, if I had a couple of scouts out, which I did have another one in hand, so I was excited to get 2 on the board and just go, rah! But you stopped that. Annoying little shit. But, non-kneeling but stuff basically works really well with the plot. The negative side of it is you do have to put 2 characters in at a time.
Yep.
So, you could be putting 2 characters into your intrigue challenge because you're playing Crossing and they have to kneel because they're not scouts, for example. And your opponent goes unopposed, and then you've wasted 2 characters in this challenge.
That's true.
It does make it a little bit more difficult with that. The good thing about it, though, is it works really well with Tyrell and the Green Apple Knights.
Yeah.
Because they need so much extra help. But it is slightly conflicting with the Tyrell Knights in that a lot of the Knights like to be attacking alone to get stuff to trigger. So,
you wouldn't play Lady Sanders Road, Jousting Knights, or Tawny Lance. So
it's a bit of a conflicting one in Tyrell. It can work really well with Highgarden, you were saying, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say, I really like it with Highgarden. If you flip this as the Tyrell player and you have Highgarden out and 1 gold saved, then your opponent need to ensure that their challenge will actually have some strength, they need to commit at least 3 characters. Which means basically they can Highgarden 1 out and they still have 2 characters in the challenge to get your strength through. But there has been a new Tyrell event spoiled, which is you must be answered fiercely. Or this must be answered fiercely.
What does that do?
And some people have translated it as replicate ruthlessly.
Oh, okay.
Which is a bit insidious. But yeah, if someone attacks you with 3 characters, go and search for something and put it into play. I can't remember the specifics of it.
So that spoiler that's leaked could work very well with this plot then, you think?
Yeah, it encourages people to attack you more, especially if you have Highgarden out, so either they're not going to attack you or they're going to attack you with a lot of characters.
Yeah.
Which is also good in your Night's Watch deck because I put some copies of Watchers on the Walls in there. So if I have to overcommit in military to get Grand Melee off, you can just Watchers in the Walls.
Sounds good to me. So other decks that we were considering that would work well with Grand Melee were, again, Lannister decks would work quite well. If you've got non-kneeling Jaime and non-kneeling Cersei, you should theoretically be able to get those 2 challenges off without too many problems. And obviously you get all of their cool effects as well when it triggers.
It really works well on a wider board.
Yeah.
The more characters you have, the easier it is. Like Stark have Winterfell Castle, which like 2 unique going into a challenge. But if you're doing really that anyway, then why not,
Yeah. So basically, wide boards, particularly characters that don't kneel to attack or defend, I guess, either, would work really, really well with this plot. We did also discuss that with regards to Night's Watch, it would probably depend on the type of Night's Watch you're playing. If you're playing a war deck, for example, it would be really crap if you're having to defend with 2 characters at a time. You're probably going to struggle a little bit to actually defend the wall properly. So, there are decks that you definitely wouldn't be playing it in.
I don't know. That's not too bad if you're running Haunted Forest. Because they have to commit 2 characters into knocking the forest over. Then they have to commit another 2 characters for another challenge to actually get the wall down.
Yeah, I guess so.
You can use it to your advantage if you build your deck in the right way.
I'm sure Tamash will find a way, right?
Nah, he ain't going to play that. It's not very thematic for Night's Watch, is it? A grand melee. It's very much a Tyrell scene, isn't it? From the show and book where Renly's at his encampment.
I noticed actually
before
the video you were researching about the false spring.
Was I?
Yes. Could you tell us what the false spring was?
there was a year in which spring
200?
lasted 2 months. They called it the year of the false spring. And that was the year the Mad King killed Rickard and Brandon Stark. Because he accused them of treason. That is the year of the false spring.
Bit of lore there for you guys.
Yeah, no one gives a shit. Only Calvin. Calvin will be like really excited right now.
Excited because you've been researching.
Excited because there's lore.
There you go, Calvin. Lore just for you.
You're going to log that in his spreadsheet now.
So, as you can see, the game's developed a little bit since our little waffle on those spoiler plots. Basically, you're fucked, mate.
So this is the one game that you won.
No, I won two. I definitely won two.
I remember one game you sulked because I played Famine, and you're like, you weren't supposed to play Famine.
Well, it didn't help. We were trying to show off the plots.
And I was like, I don't want to play that plot. It doesn't affect my board, you know. When it got to plot 5, oh dear. Well done.
Thanks, dear.
So I guess I'll get the new spoilers up in image form at some point on Sunday, Monday. Yeah,
probably Monday morning.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks for everyone for watching the video. We hope
thanks for watching the video, guys.
So just to recap, we've got Grand Melee, which is our summer plot, and the False Springs, which was our winter plot. And yeah, we hope that you've enjoyed the discussion on how to use or how not to use.
I'm sure there'll be lots of opinions on them on Facebook.
I'm sure there will be.
Yeah, I look forward to that.
Oh, and thanks as always to all our patrons and to Jason and James for letting us use your decks.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. So, see you all next time.
Goodbye.
Bye then.